The immediate window is great for debugging because it allows you to check the results of individual lines of code. You can type right into the immediate window and then press enter to execute the code just within the immediate window. Let me show you how it works. First, to open up your immediate window, you go to View up at the top of your screen, and then Immediate Window, or you see you can press Ctrl-G on your keyboard. And the window docks itself at the bottom of the screen. Now I'm going to take mine and float it so that it's easier for you to see. And if you want to follow along, I'm working in the debugging file that I started using in the last lecture. Alright, so with the immediate window open, there's a couple of ways that I can test my code. You could either start with the keyword of print, and then put in whatever code or expression you want to test. So for example, I'll just put in an expression here of 1 plus 1. And then when I hit enter on my keyboard, you see it gave me 2. Now the other way is to start with a question mark, and then you put in either your code or expression, and I'll type in here 2 plus 2. One more time, I'll hit enter on the keyboard, and there's my answer. So let me go ahead and get rid of that. And I'll widen up my window a little bit and show you how this can work with debugging. Again, I'm working with the debugging file here, and I want to know immediately what the bonus would be if the commission amounts were slightly different than what they are now. But I don't want to execute my procedure to do that or change what's currently in my procedure to do that. So that's why I'm going to use the immediate window. And the first thing that I need to do is to set a breakpoint. And I'm going to set a breakpoint before my calculation starts. And that's going to be at the beginning of my if statement. Now, and I need to make sure that I'm clicked somewhere inside the procedure, I need to go ahead and run this so that it's going to stop my code right at my breakpoint. And again, because I'm in break mode right now, I can roll my mouse over commission to see what the current value is at this point in the code. So it's 10,308 right now. Well, I want to again test to see how changing the commission is going to change the bonus amounts. So in the immediate window, I'm going to go ahead and type in commission, that's my variable, equals, and let's say that they only made a commission of 200. So I'll type in 200 there and press enter. Right now, that literally changed the value of the commission in my procedure. So if I roll my mouse over it again, you see now it shows up as 200. There's no one in the worksheet that made 200. I'm just here testing it out to see what happens if I were to use 200. All right, so now I'm going to start stepping through my code. And remember, to step through your code, you can use the function 8 key on the keyboard. So the new commission amount right now of 200 is not greater than 10,000. So now my code went down to the else if to see if it's greater than or equal to 7,000. Let me go ahead and step again. And it wasn't. So then it went down to the next available line of code, which is my else. I'll step through one more time. Here's where it's going to go ahead and calculate my bonus, which still at this point right now is 0. If I roll my mouse over it, it's still 0 because I haven't actually gone through this line yet. Let me step through this. Now, since I've gone through all my calculations, what I can do now is come to the immediate window and type out print bonus. I want to know what my bonus is. Hit enter on the keyboard. And I can see my bonus is $6. That's 3% of 200. Well, what if they made a total commission of $400? How can I test that out to see how my code's going to react? Well, one more time in the immediate window, I'll just go ahead and again type in commission equals, this time I'll say it's 400. Hit enter there on my keyboard. Roll my mouse over commission. You can see it says 400. I'm going to move my yellow arrow back up to the top of my code there and step through again. All right, it's done with all of the calculations again. So if I want to know what bonus is, I could either type out print bonus one more time or question mark bonus. And I can see now the answer would be $12. So here with the immediate window, you can see that I have a chance to test out different scenarios with the code without having to actually execute the code first. That way those numbers don't show up in my spreadsheet. So I went to View Immediate Window, or you can press Ctrl-G to open this up. I wanted to test out how calculating the bonuses based off of different commissions would change. So I put a breakpoint in my code before the calculations. In the immediate window, I changed the commission to 200 and 400 just by typing in the name of the variable and equals and that value. I stepped through my code, and then when I wanted to see what bonus was going to be, I had it print in the immediate window. Or of course, I could have just rolled my mouse right over the variable. But that's the immediate window, and it's really great for testing out lines of code without actually executing them.